LaxFeed, serving up stories from the lacrosse field. Brought to you by Lacrosse Magazine, produced by U.S. Lacrosse. On their way to the weight room, the University of Florida women's lacrosse players pass a wall lined with plaques for each of the Gators' 19 varsity teams, commemorating the collective 22 national titles they've won. Women's lacrosse comes last along the wall. The plaque, tantalizingly blank. It's a symbol of the expectations that precede them. Ashley Bruns knows about expectations. A product of the Mount Hebron dynasty in Maryland, she's one of 24 freshmen on Florida's inaugural team, the top-rated recruiting class in the country.
I was looking for a big school and a good program, and when I came down, I met the coaches, and they were talking to us about this big vision. I mean, it's something you want to buy into it, right?
That vision started with athletic director Jeremy Foley, a former Hobart lacrosse player. It extended to Mandy O'Leary, a Hall of Fame player and decorated coach who was given 3 years to build the program, an eternity of lead time by today's standards.
We just don't play, we win championships. And they're surrounded by the best of the best. I mean, we have Olympic swimmers, we have Olympic throwers, and we have, golfers that are going to be on the LPGA and the PGA. They really are surrounded by the best of the best. And I think that philosophy, it's constantly drilled into them. You want to be the best, here's how you're going to do it.
I mean, it feels different from any team I've been on, but since we're all in it together, I mean, you have people backing you up every which way in school and off the field, on the field.
The Gators' ambition was apparent right away as they joined the American Lacrosse Conference, which houses national powers like 5-time defending NCAA champion Northwestern, Vanderbilt, Penn State, Ohio State, and Johns Hopkins. It's also evident in the new Florida lacrosse facility, a $15 million venue with Bermuda grass lined only for women's lacrosse.
It's a privilege. I mean, they put so much work into it, and it's huge and beautiful. I mean, if you've ever been to a different sport there, basketball, football, the fans are crazy, and it gives you this vibe, and when we came out there and we saw the fans for us, I mean, it's insane.
There are some who want to see Florida fail. They feel threatened by Florida's ambition or jealous of its vast resources, and they found a common thread for their sniping: the internet.
These are 18 and 19-year-old women that came here and they bought into a dream. And all they want to do is go to class, compete, and have fun. It's just really? I mean, what did we do to deserve all this negativity on this whole thing?
Despite the backlash and their youth, the Gators have held their own in this inaugural campaign. They won 6 of 7 at one point and even upset Penn State. You get a sense the plaque at the Swamp won't remain blank much longer.
We're just a team that wants to win together, and I think that's what makes us different.
I have so many favorite memories. I know it was probably cliche and everyone says that, but I've been really trying to think about what a favorite memory of mine would be. But I mean, I love to win, as a lot of people do, so any victory, any win that I had in the past is memorable for me. But if I had to pick out a few, it would be the first national championship that I won at University of Virginia. I was a freshman in school, and I was like, wow, is this how it's going to be every year? I mean, that's me coming in and not knowing, but we had a phenomenal team, and anything you do first, you kind of remember. So winning the national championship the first time was great, just as well. The second time was good too. And then the World Cups that we won 3 gold medals. Those have all been very memorable for me, especially the 1997 World Cup team in Japan. We played double overtime, sudden death versus Australia. We won 3-2, and it was like the last final 30 seconds on the clock, and we were able to win. And we just went crazy. The whole team, it wasn't only that we won, it was that our team was so close and we had such a strong bond. I feel like that's what allowed us to win and edge out Australia, because we were so close. We enjoyed traveling together, and that was probably, that's something I can remember as me running down the field today trying to win the World Cup in 1997. So that was very memorable.
Don't look now, but preseason darling Duke is on a tear. Winners of 8 straight following a 2-3 start. The Blue Devils rise to number 5 in this week's NCAA Division I Men's Lacrosse Coaches Poll. From Duke to the Dukes, James Madison makes its splash in this week's NCAA Division I Women's Lacrosse Coaches Poll. 2 of JMU's 9 wins have come in double overtime this season, including last weekend at Towson. Pride matters at M&T Bank Stadium, where the 2 best rivalries in college lacrosse converge in the SmartLink Day of Rivals. First, it's Army-Navy, a rivalry that transcends lacrosse, followed by Hopkins-Maryland, as the Blue Jays try to save their season. The top 2 teams in women's lacrosse collide in Evanston on Sunday, where Northwestern hosts UNC in an NCAA Division I championship game rematch. Follow the action this weekend and all season long at LaxMagazine.com.